Hi dear students, how are you? Welcome to quarter 2. Today we are going to have a lesson is called what monomials. First of all, before going into the monomials, I'd like you to know how can we factorize. Factorize, remember the prime factorization, remember this? Okay, if I say 2 multiply 3 is 6, right? 2 and 3 in the multiplication process are called what? Factors, remember? Okay, and 6 is the product. So 2 and 3 are factors of 6. What else? 6 equals 1 multiplied by what, guys? By 6. So I have here how many factors? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 factors for the number 6. Okay, second, then how can we do it as here the prime factorization? Remember, if I have a number like 24 and I like to factorize this number, 24 divided by the prime numbers. Remember the prime numbers? 2, 3, yes, 5. I can hear you. 5, 7, right, 9, and so on. Okay, these are the numbers of the prime numbers. Okay, 1, it's not a prime number because 1 is a factor for more than a number, because I can say 2 times 1 equals 2, 3 times 1 equals 3. Remember that? Okay, so let's go back to what to the factorization. I said here if I have 24 divided by prime numbers, please remember that. 24 divided 2, we have what are the prime numbers? 2, 3, 5, 7, and so on. 24 divided 2 gives you what? Gives me 12. Divided 2 gives me 6. Divided 2, 3. Divided 3 gives me 1. So the factors here are 2 multiply 2 multiply 2 multiply 3. So I can do it like this, means 2 multiply 2 multiply 2 multiply 3, or I can do it as a tree. Remember, 24, it's 6 times 4. 6, it's 2 times 3. 4, it's 2 times 2. Okay? Okay. Factor the following completely. The question comes like this. Okay, you have here variable. It's okay, it's very easy. I have here 5x to the second power, or x power 2, 14x power 2, y power 3. Let's see what I'm talking about. Remember, my dear students, the greatest common factor. He asks me to do what, guys? The greatest common factor of 12 and 18 is 6. Remember, how can we get the greatest common factor? You get here 12. You get here the factors of 12. 12 divided, as I told you, 12 divided 2, 6, divided 2, 3, divided 3, 1. Okay, so I have 2, 2, and 3. And for the other number 18, divided 2 gives you what? 9, divided 3, 3, divided 3, 1. So we have 2, okay guys, multiply 2, multiply 3, and I have here 2 multiply 3 for this one. Okay, multiply what? We have another 3, put it here. Okay, and erase this to concentrate. Okay, then I get the most here repeated, the repeated here in the 2 columns. I have here repeated 2 and repeated 3. So it will be 2 multiply the greatest common factor. Remember, 2 multiply 3 gives me what? Gives me 6. So the greatest common factor I got is 6. Remember, we have taken this last year. Okay, so greatest common factor is 6, right? And I have also what? I have also here, this is the greatest common factor for 12 and 18. What about if I say 12x to the power 4, y to the power 3, x alone, and y to the power 5? How can I get it? I get here the GCF, or the greatest common factor of the numbers first, which is 6. Then, okay, it's very easy, but concentrate. X to the power 4 and y to the power 3. And I have also x alone and y to the power 5. So guys, I'm taking here, I have here x. I will take, we have to the power 4 and to the power 1, or just x. So I will write the least here is x. Y to the power 3, y to the power 5. The less here is 3. So it will be what? It will be y to the power 3. So the answer will be 6x y to the power 3. I've taken here the smallest one, which is x to the power 1, or just x, and y to the power 3, the least here. So my answer will be for the two numbers, okay? For the two numbers, I have here what? Take here, we have x to the power 4 and just x, so just x. I have y to the power 3 and y to the power 5, so take the least one. Here it's what? It's to the power 3. And what's the common factor, the greatest common factor for 18 and 12? It's 6. So this is easily my answer. Okay, greatest common factor of the monomial. The greatest monomial that's a factor will divide evenly into of all the given monomials. Okay, let's complete. To find the greatest common factor of two or more monomials, let's do how. Let's see how can we do it. We have steps we should follow. Find the GCF. Find the largest power of each variable that's common to all the monomials. Common to all the monomials. Okay. Then let's see how can we do it by the example. I have here 12x power 2, 18x. The greatest common factor between 12 and 18, we have calculated it by factorization in the last example and got the common is 6. Remember? So take here the 6 for the numbers. I have x to the power 2 and just x. Take just x, the least one. Okay, then after that, I have here two numbers, 21 and 35. 21 and 35, let's do it. We have here 21 and 35, let's do it. 21, okay, divided by, who can tell me? Divided by 3 gives me, yes, 7. Divided by 7, here the prime numbers. Okay, the prime numbers gives me 1. I have here 3 and 7. And what about 35? Divided by what? Divided by 5 gives me 7. Divided by 7 gives me 1. So 5 and 7, 3 and 7. What's the greatest common factor between them? Yeah, it's 7, the repeated one. So I will write the first thing, I will write 7. I have x to the power 2, x to the power 5. Take the least one here, x to the power 2. Right? So my answer will be 7x to the power 2. I think it's easy now. Let's do another one. And it's interesting too. 24 and 36. Okay, the common, I have here the GCF, the greatest common factor is 12 between them. Okay, but I have here x to the power 2, y to the power 3. X here to the power 3, so what should I choose? X to the power 2. Y to the third power and just y. So take the least one, which is y. So my answer will be 12, the greatest common factor with the two variables as you see. Okay, now we're going to use the GCMF to factor quadratic expression. Let's do it. It's very easy. Okay, guys, we have some steps we have to do. Perform here I have distributive property. So if I have here 6 and in bracket 2 plus 3, 6 first of all multiply by 2, then 6 multiply by 3. 6 first of all, 6 times 2 equal 12, 6 times 3 equal 18. So I have 12 and 18. I now do what for you? We are explaining how to perform the distributive property and also how to factorize the distributive property. What are you saying, miss? This is again. This is, guys, how to make the distributive property. 6 distribute here times 2, then 6 times 3. 6 times 2, 12. 6 times 3, 18. Okay, if you have it like this and I want to factorize it, so take the common outside, which is 6, and here 6 times what gives me 6 times what gives me 12. 6 times 2. 6 times what gives me 18 times 3. So I take the 6 outside and write the others here. Use the distributive property to simplify this. We have taken this in the last quarter. 3 multiply x, so it will be 3x. 3 multiply 7, it will be 21. Okay, guys, the opposite of it to factor. Factor, yeah. 3x plus 21, both are divisible by 3. So take the 3 outside. 3x divided 3 gives me x. Okay, again, 21 divided 3 gives me 7. 21 divided 3 gives me 7. Okay, let's factor this one. It's very easy. Keep calm and you'll understand this very well. When I say 12x to the power 2y minus 14x to the xy to the third power, I want to factorize, right? Or factor. So the common here between 14 and 12, 14 and 12 are divisible by what, guys? By 2. Okay, they are divisible by 2. So take the 2 outside. I have here x to the power 2y, x and y to the power 3. So I take just one x and the least here y, or y to the third power just y, xy. So 2xy here. I will put outside 2xy. Okay, and after that, what should I do? I will take 2xy. I will divide, please, the steps are very important. 12x power 2 y, okay, divided by 2xy. Okay, guys, is it easy? I think it is. 12 divided 2 is 6. X to the power 2 divided x equals what? Equals just x. How can I do it when I say x to the power 2 over or divided x? I have here x is to the first power. 2 minus 1 equal, okay guys, x 2 minus 1 equal just 1x. Okay, so x power 2 divided x gives me just 1x. Okay, what about here? 14, another one. 14, it's very easy, guys. 14 x y to the third power. How can I divide this? Divided by 2xy. Okay, 14 divided 2 gives me 7. X, here x alone divided by x. X divided x, 1. Any number, the same number, 1. Y to the third power divided y to the first power. When I can't see here any powers, I write just 1. Okay, the division, when I divide y to the power 3 divided y to the power 1, it's y to the power 3 minus 1. Okay, so I have here y to the second power, so the answer is 7y to the second power. Okay, so guys, we will stop until this. After that, we will complete the lesson in another video. Bye bye.